Good morning. This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. A warm welcome to each and every one of you, especially to our 8th grade graduates and to their families. It's great to have you here this morning. And also to all of our visitors and those of you that are listening live on the radio. Thanks for being part of our community today.
Welcome, and thank you for being here at the graduation of the 2017 class of Immanuel Lutheran School. The students' work and the support of family, friends, teachers, and the congregation have prepared them for their next step in their education. We will begin this graduation by hearing from this year's salutatorian, the 2017 salutatorian, Miss Kelly Batson.
Being here at Immanuel for the past 10 years has prepared me well as I begin my next chapter of moving on to high school. The teachers and staff have all been wonderful and have given me all the tools I need to succeed. Most importantly, growing up with a strong Christian background is the main reason I will be able to move on with confidence. Learning of God's love and forgiveness is the strong foundation that will get me through the high school years and beyond. First, I would like to thank God because we all know that without Him, nothing is possible. Second, my parents for caring enough to send me here to Immanuel. And last but not least, I would like to thank all of the members of the Immanuel congregation for supporting our school and knowing how important it is to give children like me a safe, loving environment to learn and grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Chairman of the Board, President of the Board of Education, and Pastor Holm, the following 8 students have met the requirements of the state of Illinois and Immanuel Lutheran School and are now ready to receive their diplomas. Graduates, if you'll please line up. Kelly Danielle Batson. Erica Lynn Clendenin. Isaac Christopher Elliott. Nigel Thomas Holm. Haley Danielle Ivy. Hayden Ray Jones. Jeffrey Cameron Austin Lee. Preston Arlen Scott. We will now, as our last thing here, from the 2017 valedictorian, Nigel Holm.
Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for evil. Plans to give you a future and a hope. This wonderful verse, while being my confirmation verse, is also so appropriate today, as it reminds us that the Lord is always in control. I'm reminded of the great experiences I've had since starting here at Immanuel. Things like being in the Tom Sawyer play, Scholar Bowl, and our trip to the Creation Museum in Cincinnati, Ohio. As I look back at these years at Immanuel, I can now clearly see how God's hand has been at work. I've seen the many classes before me succeed at the high school, and that goes to show how the upbringing at Immanuel helps all of us who have attended here. Immanuel has prepared us academically as our teachers are willing to push us to new heights to make sure we are ready for whatever the high school may bring. Now, as most of you know, my mom and dad also teach here. It's great on days when you forget your lunch, but not so great when you're being too loud in the hallway. But I will always be grateful and would like to thank my mom, dad, and all the teachers here for encouraging me and most importantly, pointing me to Christ. I would also like to thank all of you for supporting this wonderful school. In closing, I know that we will succeed because Mrs. Clough says so, and Mrs. Clough is always right. On a more serious note, as we continue our education at the high school, we have a head step because of the great start we have all had at Immanuel. So as we make plans for our future, we are reminded that it is the Lord who guides our ways, and because he loves us and we love him, we have a great hope in the future that lies ahead.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious unto you. The Lord look upon you with favor and give you peace.